to the Shelly Dean Show. You guys may know my Aunt Paula Dean. Well, this is the new generation kind of show, and this is all about health and nutrition today. All right, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about my diet. Now, I've been in a fitness class recently, and my diet before I took the class really hasn't changed that much, but the class really has just reinforced my need for exercise and health and to watch my calories and all that. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at my diet, and then we're going to compare it to the dietary guidelines of the food pyramid. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start out at breakfast. Now, every day I eat some of this Kashi Go Lean cereal, or I eat an egg. Now, the cereal is great because it has lots of protein and lots of fiber, which is good for digestion and all that kind of stuff. And eggs are full of protein too, so that's great. Alright, now to lunch. Now, every day for lunch I have some carrots and almond butter and a rice cake. Now, sometimes I switch it up and I have some celery instead of carrots, but either way I try to have a vegetable with my almond butter. And now this almond butter is so great because it is unsalted and there's no added sugar. You look on the label, all it is dried roasted almonds. Just so good for you. I love it. All right, now once the afternoon or so, I tend to get a little hungry and want a little snack. But usually I'm on the go and doing stuff, so I love these 100-calorie packs of popcorn or little rice cakes and things like that. They're great, easy and low calorie. Or sometimes I eat an apple or a banana or something to get a little bit of my fruit in there. All right, now we come to dinner. Now for dinner every day I eat something different, so it's kind of hard to say what a daily meal for dinner would be. But my favorite meal for dinner, oh Bubby, I just love it. I love spaghetti. Okay, now what I usually do is I make whole wheat pasta, or this low carb pasta, with ragu sauce and some lean turkey, ground turkey meat, because it's so much better for you than that ground beef that I'm sure my Aunt Paula uses all the time. But anyway, so that's what I love to have for dinner. And sometimes I put some extra squash, zucchini in it, add some extra vegetables or a little Parmesan cheese, get that dairy in there. All right, now I will admit I do have Aunt Paula's genes in me, so I love sweets and sugar. But what I try to do is I try to read nutrition labels and count, check the sugar and the fat content and all that, so I'm not eating all that cake and pie and all that stuff that Paula uses all the time. And that butter, oh baby, she uses too much butter, and I can't handle that. So I love these puddings because they've only got 60 calories and they're sugar free. And sometimes I go with some light ice cream that has lower sugar in it and things like that. And that way I'm getting my sweets in and all that good stuff without having to use all those calories and everything. So now the other thing is liquids. Liquids are a really important part of the day. We're supposed to have 8 cups of water every day. Now, honey, that's something that's hard for me to do. I'm little and it's hard for me to drink a lot, but I love this water bottle because it's got a little bit of a straw on the top, and so I try to drink at least 2 of these a day, which is only 6 cups, but it's better than nothing, and even then it's sometimes hard for me, so that's definitely something I need to work on. But every now and then I too drink a little bit of green tea because it's got all those antioxidants and stuff. But what you want to be careful of is the caffeine level, because then caffeine absorbs that water, and so it's not always as good for you, but it is nice every now and then. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to compare my diet with the food pyramid. Now, I know there's not a pyramid on here, but these are the guidelines. Once you plug in your weight and your height onto mypyramid.gov, it gives you these results. So what I did was I plugged in all of the food that I ate into this program, and this is what I came up with. So it looks like I'm not even at the full calorie mark, but I do seem to be pretty balanced in all my things. I haven't gotten quite as high to everything as it says I should, but it's pretty balanced for the most part. But there is one little problem that I noticed. Now, under this extras section, says I can have 195 extra calories, and it looks like I'm at 214. So that is something I definitely need to work on. That probably comes from the pudding or the ice cream that I like to have every day, and even maybe this this sauce, this spaghetti sauce, because there is sugar in that sauce. But you know, so that's something I need to work on. But for the most part, I seem to get all my food groups in, and I try so hard to eat healthy. Oh Lordy, I just try so hard. It's a big deal to me. I'm a label junkie too, for sure. But so that's pretty much what my diet is like, and what nutrition is for me. But you know, to leave you with a few tips and things. Consistency is a really great thing, and to just have some variety so you don't tire out on foods, and you just want to make sure you get those vegetables in and that fruit in. Fruit is something I might need to eat a little more of. As you can see, it's not a huge part of my diet, but I do like it. I sometimes have that for dessert too now. Okay, now I won't get carried away. I'll let you guys go now, but it was so great having you, and hope you have just a great day, and just keep in mind, gotta remember this, that you gotta exercise. I forgot to mention exercise, that you need to get in 30 minutes of exercise a day. Now, I work out about 3 times a week, sometimes 4 or 5, which is probably not as good as it should be, but I try to make sure I get in that 30 minutes of good cardio workout. You like the treadmill, the elliptical. Have you guys ever tried that? I love that elliptical, so fun. All right, anyway, now have fun, exercise, eat healthy, and you guys have a great day. Thanks, y'all.